What's going on, guys? In today's video, we are going to just kind of follow a little bit of a trend that's been going on, and we are going to dive into the computer and we are going to review hood maps. Not my terminology, but the actual site, what it's called. And what's kind of fun about it is that it just takes kind of what locals and people and just those have come and what they see that area as, and they put that and they label it, and we just get to see it in their own words, right? So it kind of gives you a glimpse into the city itself and what people kind of think about it, and just kind of make it easy, right? So let's jump into this, let's take a look, and let's break down what we see and what we notice on this trend, okay? Here we go. If you're new to the channel and you want to know all things about Cleveland, Ohio, make sure to hit the bell and hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified when we upload a new video and stay current on all things Cleveland. My name is Kip Sweeney with Living Cleveland, Ohio, powered by Makusa Homes, eXp Realty, and today we are going to do a little bit of some fun doing what's trending and just going to stick on that and just really see what locals say and others that pass through say about the city using the site Hood Maps. All right, so let's jump into it. If this video helps, share it with someone, let them know. Just if you find it funny, let me know what you think and what you think is accurate, what isn't accurate, and of course, reach out if you need any help. My contact information is in the description box below, and I'll be happy to help you in any way possible. Let's jump into this video and let's review what people are talking about and saying about Cleveland, Ohio. Alrighty, we'll jump into the map and see what we have here. So we are in Cleveland, Ohio, downtown, and we're gonna take a look at just kind of Cleveland itself, like obviously downtown space, but we're also gonna just go on the outskirts too into greater Cleveland because I talk a lot about greater Cleveland itself. But as a little bit of just a rundown real quick, you see blue offices, green is wealth, yellow is hip, so it's just trending, red is very touristy, and blue is a little bit more of a universities, and finally the gray are the normies. So just very suburban, right? So let's jump into it and let's dive right into the city. And as you can see immediately, very, very hip, very yellow in many of these places, which is funny just because the city is growing, right? Our city is constantly growing. I talk about it all the time in these videos. And so you can kind of see, like, I feel like when things are a little bit more hip, there's a little bit more gentrification going on and things are building, right? That's when you get the cool, fun, the exciting restaurants that come out and all that. So again, this isn't going to be the longest video, I don't think. Depends on how much I talk, I guess. But the city, Cleveland, obviously we're not the biggest metro, right? So not as many people are here as much as, say, New York City. I'm sure if we type that city in, it'd be absolutely insane with words, right? We're really looking closer into the downtown space here, obviously. So you got Cleveland right there, right in the center of the screen. And right immediately we see where LeBron used to play. So we got Rocket Mortgage there. That's the stadium. That's where our NBA team, Cleveland Cavaliers, play. That's where they are. And you're going to see this kind of help maybe give you a layout and a breakdown of the actual city too, which this is obviously going to be a very touristy area, all downtown. I would hope any city really is. This is where everyone's going to be going for their travel, their conventions, just anything like work trips, all that type of stuff. Or of course, people come in to check, to go to the sports games, to watch their team play, whoever it is that is playing against Cleveland. Whether it's hockey, it can be hockey because we have HL that also play in that rink, that building right there where LeBron used to play. Or if it's football, baseball, whatever it may be. And actually now we have a 2028 launching the women's NBA team. So that will be interesting. The city definitely will enjoy that. So as you can see right here, Progressive Field, that is our baseball stadium, MLB. So that is going to be the Guardians, very close to both. The stadiums really are very close. People run into traffic for chandelier picks. So what they're getting at here is we have Playhouse Square, which I have spoken a little bit about. And if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But I talk a lot about why Cleveland is attractive. But Playhouse Square is actually second to Broadway. It's pretty crazy to think about that, but it is. You can Google that, it's a fact, go ahead, and then come back to the video. But we have a large chandelier randomly in the city, and people just love to get under it or take photos with it. And they just make sure they do. Whether that's stopping in a parking spot or, everyone I think has the same thought where it's, oh, I'm only gonna be 2 seconds so I can park here for a minute. I run down, get that photo, and then come back. So people love that. And of course, right next to it, we have Cleveland State University, the campus here. So that's what you're seeing here. This is the uni here. So very close, obviously, to downtown. It's pretty cool. And what's kind of nice about that as well is just the fact that you can really enjoy anything that the city has to offer. It's a very large campus too with things to do around it. and then of course wealth. So where LeBron used to play, we miss LeBron. Upcoming area, yes, the Avenue District area. So north has always been a little bit slower or a little worse, but that's what it is. It's just up and coming. There's still a little less there. We do have what's been growing, Chinatown, and this is what kind of this good food is. But Chinatown is obviously a little bit more in this space. But Chinatown, all Asian cuisine, right? It's something you're gonna love, you're gonna enjoy. So if you're looking for that cuisine, if you're looking for true Asian cuisine or Korean, obviously all of them, obviously Korean, Chinese, Japanese, whatever it may be, you're gonna find it here. So something else to say about that too is, I mean, I've harped on it in other videos, is just the fact that we have a very strong and very diverse cuisine, food scene here. So you really can find anything you want. And then here, worst use of waterfront in history, Airshow's held here. All right. I mean, we obviously don't do a very good job utilizing our waterfront, as I think everybody knows. There is air shows that do take place here. They're great. They are a lot of fun. I understand that people would love to utilize this for other stuff, but obviously I would love to see it get developed. I want the waterfront to be developed, but it seems like they're really not going to take the time to do so with that, because they've had multiple times to already do that, and they have not. So I don't have high hopes for that. So we're gonna continue to go out a little bit more before we come back into the city. Italian food students and former mobsters, where billionaires went and to die, coffee and Thai food. Okay, so let's break all this down. So blue, first of all, why is it blue? The Nerds is just because this is also home. This is University Circle. So University Circle is going to be home of Case Western to Case Western Reserve, but it's also going to be home to basically Little Italy and a lot of other shops. A lot of great stuff here. So it is kind of a diamond in the rough, because some of these surrounding areas aren't necessarily the safest and the best places to go. So you do have to be careful if you get too far out. Now those areas are starting to get better, and they're starting to come up because of this, because of University Circle and all that. But University Circle hosts quite a bit, like Cleveland Museum of Art. They have an opera, and I can't think of the actual building of what it should be called, but it's home to a lot of fun stuff, some parks, really cool architecture, really cool design down here. So Case Western is going to be a top school for medicine. They also have a great law school as well, but I think many people here, when they hear Case Western, I think they think medicine. I mean, that's my go-to. But Case Western is a great school, and I think if you're ever looking to get into medicine, it's something that you should really consider, because obviously not only do we have Case Western, which is an amazing school for medicine, for law, but you also have Cleveland Clinic here, which is an amazing hospital, obviously one of the best, right? So it's going to be a highly sought after school, and it's going to be competitive to get into, but it comes with all of this as well, this larger campus area. And Italian food, that's going to be our Little Italy. That's going to be the space that you're going to go if you want some good Italian food. It's fun. You have people eating outside. You have great Italian food, and then you have your former mobsters, which is pretty funny, where billionaires went and to die. So I don't know why they wrote it like that, but regardless, so this is going to be close to like Coventry and Shaker Heights, and again, it's kind of just continuing along this path, but this way. And then obviously, as you can see, green, this is going to be more of the Shaker Heights area, which is rich. It's very old money. So when you think of brick colonial homes, a little darker looking, right? But Shaker Heights is going to have a lot of money. It's going to also be a great spot, and just many people just holding onto their homes, passing it down and just really taking great care of it. Shaker Heights is beautiful, and the neighborhoods are beautiful, and it really comes with that old money, which is very, very nice, and it's just pretty. And same here, a little bit into Cleveland Heights, but Coventry, which is another spot. It's going to have obviously coffee, food, Thai food, but it's going to have more restaurants and more stuff and more things to do there. So fancy strip mall. Beechwood is going to host probably one of the better malls. It's called Beechwood Mall. And the reason why I say this is where you're going to get your designer stuff. So if you want to go get some Louis Vuitton, some Gucci, if you want to go to Saks, that's the mall to do it. That's the place to do it, and where you're going to get that. Let's see, Chinese food in a movie on December 25th. Okay, so that's going to be just an outdoor. There's a mall there that has a large theater called Silverspot, and it also has connected to it a Chinese restaurant. Okay, a very strong Italian population out in Mayfield Heights. So that's what you're going to get there. So hippie, they're good public schools. Yeah, Solon is great for public schools. However, this is going to be independent. So like we have a big hill that'll take you down into an area where you have and actually at the top of the hill as well. But in this area, you're going to have obviously a fancy McDonald's, and they just say this because the architecture is a little different. It's in a different building. So it's not your unique, new, modern McDonald's that you see everywhere. But then you have a movie theater down there that plays, if you're into classics, if you're into classic movies, if you're into older movies, or just throwbacks for that sake. This movie theater always has some of those. You know, they will always bring those in, and it's kind of fun, some specials here and there. So we're kind of coming over to Parmageddon, Pierogies, Polish Village. This area in Parma, this is where you're gonna see a little bit more of a Ukrainian and Polish kind of culture, per se. But now as we continue to come west, we have, obviously, again, a lot more money. So Rocky River, Westlake, Bay Village, all of that stuff over here is going to see a decent amount. I know Westlake's on the outskirts, but it's still part of it. Avon Lake, which is going to be a little bit more this way. You're going to see some money in these areas a lot because these are all homes that are on the water that go for a couple million. Huntington Beach, people go there. That's a great spot to go to if you want to go to the beach on the west side, of course. And then if we zoom in, people with boats. So this is going to be the home of CYC, the Cleveland Yacht Club. I've spoken about this a little bit in my videos, but this is going to be where people host, like this is one of the marinas, right? They have their boats there, or you can be a member and you can just go and you can go and paddleboard out of there, and you can go to the pool, whatever it may be, all that stuff. And then when we come towards the city a little bit more, again, very hip. This is home to Lakewood, to Camp's Corner, to some of Cleveland. So this is not yet, this is kind of where we kind of break into from Lakewood into Cleveland right here. Lakewood is a very hip and very popular place. People love to go there. People love to live there. People love to rent there. All the above. There's a lot of investors. It's pretty mixed. Investors, owners, and renters. So whatever it is you may be doing, you're going to be able to find some stuff there, some nightlife, some enjoyable activity, a lot of local businesses, a lot of community events. It's really cool. Great place. It is very hip. A lot of cool, unique stuff there. Very trendy. Most densely populated city in Ohio. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I would say Lakewood is very dense, and it's home after home after home with smaller plots. Again, go check out my Lakewood pros and cons. You'll be able to see kind of what I talked about there. And you can see, obviously, in the vlog video what that space kind of looks like. So Lakewood is really a big portion, a big reason, and propelled that, I guess. So let's see, why see the world when you got the beach? Okay, so another beach. So here's Edgewater. We're gonna have Edgewater right here, which Edgewater is the home of a park, but it's also the home of the beach that a lot of people will go to. And it is gonna be a little bit more touristy, just obviously because people are going there. So if we come north a little bit, we have Detroit Shoreway in this area. Detroit Shoreway is gonna be just kind of another spot that's up and coming right now. So if you're an investor, and a lot of these other places like Ohio City and Tremont are already taken, Detroit Shoreway is the next place to kind of go that's still coming up. It's still getting a lot of money to it, and would be a place to go and to look into. Detroit Shoreway has quite a bit. A lot of people that rent, a lot of people that own. Once again, as we continue to come into downtown, you have some wealthy areas here because this is going to be home of Ohio City. Now, Ohio City is very popular, and a lot of people love to live there because it's very walkable. You do have a high school that resides here as well, St. Ignatius, which is a great school as well. It's a great school for sports and academics. It's going to be something that is very popular. People love to go there. It is definitely recommended. You have some breweries, craft beer. Nothing to see here. I don't agree with that. I think they're just trying to keep you away. Overnight gentrification. Yeah, Tremont is going to be a great spot as well. It's going to be more of a, not really any high rises, nothing too crazy there. No tall buildings. It's very, very walkable. A lot of local businesses and great food, great nightlife as well. But what you're going to see between both Ohio City over here, where there's a lot of money in Tremont over here as well. Definitely isn't updated, or it's just not there. But all between this, is going to be very easy to get around. It's walkable, and people just love the area because they have the local businesses, they have things to do, they have the places to live, the places to rent, but they also have great spots for people to own. And it is expensive. It's really starting to come up. It's really starting to get pretty expensive there. And you can find things that are selling townhomes for $1 million up and for $700,000, but you can find others as well for $450,000 and so on. So there is a wide variety, but it is starting to see prices increase. People are really trying to get there. The demand is really increasing, and you're seeing a lot of people try to get into this area. But very walkable, very great place. I'm doing a video on this next, so check out, be on the lookout for this. But love this place. People love to come down here and just enjoy a night out, and just to be able to park and to walk and do whatever they want to do in both of these areas. And then what you're going to see down here in this area, what we call kind of basically all this is what we're going to call the flats. So the flats is going to be basically home to a ton of bars and restaurants. Again, it's a very popular spot, not as much to live, but more so to go down and to enjoy and to have drinks and to either go to one of the many bars or places to do, or the country bars or whatever it is, they have it all, right? So then, of course, both of our buildings, I think this is pretty old. We've seen a lot of new buildings come in, some new high rises. So you're seeing a lot of stuff come and go in the Cleveland area. When they used to be the Indians, but now they are the Guardians. So that's pretty much it. But as you can kind of see that, I mean, we don't have a whole ton to get through here, but like it's not the most that maybe some other cities have, but I think it's kind of a good rundown of what the city has to offer. And if we just continue to come out, you can kind of see it, right? Where some money is, tourism is. Sure, East Cleveland, it can be, there could be some crime there. I know it's right next to kind of the uni and tourism, but it is something to be aware of and to be careful. Okay, Strongsville, come to our mall. That's another big mall, Southpark Mall. They have great stuff as well, but I would say it's going to be a lot more chain-like and a little less than what Beechwood has to offer, in my opinion. Depending on the stores that you want, though, they have it all. And then, of course, skiing and snowbirds as we continue to come south. That's because we do have a small resort. Not really, it's not a resort, but we have a mountain that turns into a ski and snowboard. You can't stay there, you don't sleep there, but you can go and enjoy it. They have jumps, they have a little park to do the rails and jumps and all that good stuff if you're into that. And then it's not the craziest thing, it's not a black diamond in Colorado. It's definitely not even close. But if you just enjoy it and you have the itch to go do it, you can go there. It's not far at all. It's not that expensive, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, if you don't want a day thing to do or to take children, it's definitely something that you can enjoy, and you go up and down quite often. They're not the biggest hills at all. And that's it. So that's kind of the review. I mean, it's nothing crazy. This is Cleveland in a nutshell, of course. It was kind of fun. I mean, I enjoyed to do this and checking out myself. But if this is a surprise to you, let me know. If there's any questions you want answered, let me know. I'll be happy to review it and to just take you through this in a more detailed way, depending on where you want to live. If you want to live anywhere, of course, if you're making a move here or if you're within. So just let me know. Again, contact information is in the description box below. Let me know what you found the most interesting, what maybe you didn't know, or maybe something you already did know, or if you have any questions. But I appreciate you guys taking the time and watching this video. As always, always reach out with any questions, comments, concerns, or anything that you would like to know. And of course, let me know what you want to hear about next. If there's any special requests, I'll be happy to take those. Alrighty, stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. All right.